Hey friends, so this is completely not trucking related, however, it is trucking related, I guess, in a way. It's lifestyle related. So I wanted to give you an update on my carnivore diet, because some people have been messaging me about it and if I like it, and so I just wanted to touch on that. I will do more videos if you want, but I'll just kind of give you the quick and dirty of it. So I put on a lot of weight since I entered trucking in 2017. And by a lot of weight, I mean 30 pounds plus. That's a lot of weight in 3 years. Now, some people are not concerned about their health. Some people are not concerned about their weight. That's not me. After the truck stop incident in Ohio, I think I really fell into a bout of depression, which I've never experienced before. And I tried to console myself with food, and the wrong kinds of food. And when I finally decided that I just needed to go home and see my husband for a few days, and I hopped on the scale there, I was devastated, because from the time that my items were taken to when I got home was probably 8 or 9 days, and I had put on an additional 11 pounds. So that incident deeply affected me in so many different ways that I could not have fathomed previously. But one thing I knew that I could be in control of and that was what I put in my mouth and my weight. And so I immediately went to Google to start researching breaking cravings, because I was highly addicted to carbs again and sugar. Highly. And the one thing that kept popping up of popularity, and meaning it was used a lot for eliminating cravings and other things, but not so popular because of what would maybe be considered extremism, was the carnivore diet. And I researched and researched and researched and researched and watched video after video and podcast after podcast. And I finally decided, you know what, if nothing else, I'm going to use this to break my habits, to break my cravings, and then figure something else out after that. But I needed a really good, strict, heavy start to eliminate those. And that's what I did. Now, my carnivore way of eating is different than a lot of other carnivores, right? I don't use dairy other than butter to cook in and creamer in my coffee, but otherwise I don't have eggs, I don't have cheese, because I know what cheese does to me. It makes me want to eat other really good things, right? That taste good, that may not be good for me. So, and then they'll eat fish and chicken and pork chops and this and that and whatever, and organ meats. I made it really simple for me because I had a lot going on, and I just said, okay, I'm going to eat meat and drink water. I mean, that's actually like a slogan. So I bought ribeyes and ground beef and said, this is what I'm going to eat. And I did buy some, early on I did buy some like all beef hot dogs, which now do not agree with me at all. They're too greasy, or there's something that just doesn't agree with me. And that's the great thing about once you start eating this way, when you do try to incorporate other things back into like your food palette, your lifestyle, you figure out real quick, like, if that avocado is really good for your body, or if your body hates that avocado and you've just been eating it all along, not knowing what was making you sick. So, fast forward 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks in, have I been strict? No, I've had a couple slip-ups where I've had a couple bites of licorice here and there, but nothing compared to like eating a whole bag of like the family size, right? But I'm slowly finding out that I don't really want that anymore. It's kind of like I relied on it to, I don't know, like when I would put on a movie, I would be like, what am I going to snack on? Because that was just something that, a habit that I formed. And I went out on the Facebook pages and said, hey, what can you do instead? And they said, if you are used to doing something like with a movie and eating popcorn or something, eat bacon. So that's what I did. I cooked up a bunch of bacon. I ate bacon. It worked. I didn't want anything else. So I now eat bacon from time to time. I just cooked like 3 pounds of it yesterday. But it'll be weeks before I eat bacon again then. But I also cooked up 12 ground chuck burgers this morning. And then I have ribeyes in my truck. So that will last me, what's today? Thursday? Well, all of that. I mean, I won't go shopping until next week sometime. So is it expensive? It seems like it's expensive to start off with, but I actually save a whole lot of money eating this way. I really do. I'm eating about 3/4 to 1 pound of meat a day. And again, that's all I'm eating. And most people eat between 2 to 3 pounds, and I just can't get there yet. Like, I get so full off of the meat. So you're like, yeah, get to the numbers. Okay. So 6 weeks in, I'm down 16 pounds. And so I'm down to the weight that I got married in 2018. So I'm down to that weight, but I'm not down to my starting weight of trucking. And I believe I want to get to that, or at least I want to get to the size, comfortably, the size pants that I was wearing at that time. So I'm not so much hung up on the scale, although the scale helps me measure, like, am I moving in the right direction? But I also have like a lot of other signals that I am moving in the right direction. My stomach is flatter than it has been in a very long time. I got rid of all like that bloat and inflammation. My skin is better. You guys, I still sweat like when I'm working hard, but I don't stink. There's no body odor. This is the craziest thing ever. Now, that doesn't mean that you or I can go days without showering. That's not what that means. What that means is that I don't have to wear deodorant every day, and deodorant is filled with chemicals, and if you use the crystal, good luck with that. Although now I could probably get away with the crystal, but most of the time I don't even wear it anymore. I mean, before Carnivore, I couldn't wear enough deodorant, couldn't apply it enough, like, oh. And you know, people say, research says that when we eat plants, it's all the toxins that we release, because plants are naturally toxic to us. I'm not saying this, the research is saying this. So body odor is aligned with like all of the plants that I was eating, thinking it was such a good and healthy way for me to eat, and it really wasn't. So long story short, yes, my cravings, they're gone. Like, I can walk into a truck stop and I could be stuck in that popcorn aisle for 3 days, well, an hour, and not buy any popcorn. So I feel really good about that, because before I would walk in and immediately like, ooh, popcorn, right? And then I would play these little games like, well, if they don't have my kind, then I don't buy any at all. Well, geez, nearly every truck stop had the kind that I loved, so but that's done. That's behind me for now, at least. So I'm going to continue eating this way. I really like it. I tend to eat like one meal a day, maybe one full meal, and then I'll have a couple nibbles a little later if I just feel like, oh, I'm a little something. But I no longer snack. So I've eliminated all snacking, and I just feel really good, you guys. And this has freed up so much like time. I cook like once or twice a week. I don't have to worry about like making these meals and having sauces and condiments and spices and blah blah blah. I literally use salt. That's it. And butter, you know, like if I'm cooking like today I used some of the bacon grease from yesterday and cooked up my burgers, and that is healthy fats, so that's what I want. So this has been over 10 minutes, longer than I wanted. If you're interested in me doing more on this, because now this is part of my trucking lifestyle, because frankly I feel really good. My skin looks really good. My nails, I think, you guys, I'm going to come back to get my natural nails back, because they are so strong now. They're beat up from wearing nails, but I think that I'm going to work on having my own natural nails again, because they're so strong from the way I'm eating. That before they were so brittle that they would just like rip and break and tear, and I don't know if you know what I mean, like when you have flimsy nails, that's the way mine were. They're just really pliable, and now they're tough. So we'll see. I may wear some nails cosmetically for a while just to let these grow more and get stronger. But we'll see. We'll see. Right now they are not pretty, that's for sure. So if anything, I'll wear nails to hide the fact that they're not pretty until they become pretty. But that's what I got, you guys. 16 pounds down on the carnivore. I love it. There's a lot of research out there, you guys, about it. Joe Rogan did a podcast on it. There's, you know, Jordan Anderson and Michaela, his daughter, and Kelly Hogan, and Dr. Sean Baker, and Ken Berry, doctor, and just Google, go out to YouTube if you're interested. You may not be interested, but it's what's worked for me, and I'm continue to do it. So, who knew? At one point, I thought I could easily become a vegetarian, because I was like, meat, I could give and take, you know. But I really found that meat is best for my body. And I don't eat salads anymore. I'm good with that. All right, bye, guys.